Okay, get up, pull your hair back. Great weather for convertible. JC.
Well, I don't plan on going nowhere today. Hey, good morning. I'm Jamie Cooper. Thank y'all for getting up with us on a Thursday morning edition of Cooper and Company Live. Steaming up in here this morning. Back in action this morning. I'm pointing at something because it's hot in the kitchen. Jeff lip-smacking, jaw-jacking, Jeff Mathews cooking up a storm. Already got it smoking in here this morning like an open campfire.
You know what? This is going to be some good stuff today. It's Mama's secret recipe.
Hey, Mama.
Mama is good.
Is she going to be doing a show with us next Thursday? Or is she going to be coming in
I believe there'll be a couple special guests from the Mathews household here next Thursday.
What about Garland?
And Friday.
Oh, Thursday and Friday. Hey, we got a band coming in, if I'm not mistaken, a rock and roll band coming in next Friday from Savannah.
Grassy Divide.
Huh?
Grassy Divide.
Is that the same ones that are here before? And joining me today is special guest, sports director Zack Greene, Bama. Donnie just got in from his grandmother's funeral, drove in all night gear. And David, I got 2 ladders out in my truck outside. If y'all need me to come out and give you an estimate, I'll do it right now this morning. How y'all?
Good.
Zack, anybody watching you on TV?
Couple more.
Thanks for picking them up.
Well, no, buddy Clint, his mama Martha Legg is watching, so Big M. Keep on watching.
Big M.
Big M.
That's what we call it.
Big M.
A lot of stuff going on, Jeffrey. Missed you last week.
That it is. It's been a busy week. It's been a very, very busy
week. Got a wedding coming up?
Yeah, the wedding, preparation for the wedding. I had to go down to Tim's and have some discussion on Saturday night of what all we're going to have and be available for the rehearsal dinner. That was very good. And I said, well, you know, how am I going to know it's going to taste good? So 2 hours later during the sampling, it's all going to be good. So.
Can we mention who you hung out with that night?
Yeah. We can
Brandon Jacobs.
Brandon Jacobs.
No longer with the New York Giants.
Formerly of the New York Giants, now with San Francisco.
There he is. That's you on the right.
Yeah, that's me on the right. What a good time that we had.
Played in Auburn.
There you go. He is also from Assumption, Louisiana. Assumption Parish in Louisiana. So
he looked like a honey bear.
Actually, when I put that picture on Facebook, Garland said, "Oh man, I've been replaced."
He looks like Garland.
He's a little thicker than Garland. Funny thing, we were cooking, we're eating, and he says, listen, any of this food fattening? I said, man, everything I cook is fattening, but you know what? We all enjoy it. He says that they have a weight limit. 272 pounds that guy is, okay? 272 pounds. For every pound that he's over 272, when he goes back to weigh in, is $610.
Well, he can afford it.
I said, well, hey, look, save up a couple grand because you're going to be over 272.
In the Lewis & Sons Roofing Kitchen on a Thursday. Good to have you back in action. So we're cooking. Frank is on the phone, 230-4988. We're going to talk about the rodeo, too, coming up here this weekend. We'll get cranking on that. Zach's got some sports. Donnie been up all night, so maybe he won't have much to say. And David's going to tell us about, hey.
Don't know, do you?
Yeah, we don't know. So anyway, we'll talk all about that coming up in just a moment. Or you can text. I don't know where my phone is. There it is. We found that out, too. You can walk around actually and text the entire time and look where you're going.
That's right. It was pretty neat. We're all tired in here this morning. We can all sleep a few extra hours, Zach included. All right, let's go over the weather forecast. It's going to be another beautiful day. Yesterday was gorgeous. Got to enjoy some outside time, so I hope you get to enjoy some outside time today, too. High temperatures around 86, low of 61. We're about 58 already this morning, and tomorrow your high temperatures of 82 with your low of 60. No rain to worry about until next week, I guess you could say. Great weekend, absolutely beautiful temperatures. I love it. And there's Tuesday and Wednesday with some rain, which we could use. 230-4988 gets Frank this morning.
Any of y'all going to the rodeo?
I think I'm going to go Saturday night.
Saturday night. Saturday. Look for Frank. He'll be in our skybox.
Oh, y'all going, what night y'all going?
We're going Friday night.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're going to hang out with you, Zach. David, how you?
Plan on going.
We're good.
Y'all take your kids to the rodeo, man. It's a big event.
I don't know what we've got going on this weekend.
Oh, come on.
Get some skybox.
Yeah, we got a skybox.
I was going to follow that.
Splinters galore today. We got a skybox. Y'all missed rodeo, Queen. That's up here Tuesday.
They were.
Yeah, looking good, Zach.
Jamie thinks she was flirting.
So you got your new haircut?
He did.
Yeah, I got cut Saturday.
What do you think, Zach? The rodeo queen hit on me with Gloria sitting right there.
I saw what you said, and I got embarrassed. It was a replay, and I got embarrassed.
Why'd you get embarrassed?
I was like, I can't believe you said that.
Well, I said, how'd you get that belt on? She said, on or off. I'm going, hey.
That excited him.
Yeah. You know, hey, Zach. I mean, come on. Hey, speaking of the rodeo, slack starts this morning. I guess at 7 or 8 o'clock, but at 9 o'clock, that guy that we met last year, I'm looking for the article on it. The guy was who's the 8-time roping champion.
Is it Fred?
Yeah, is going to be there. He is one of the few cowboys ever that has earned over, here it is right here, world champ at Limestone Rodeo today. Fred Whitfield, 8-time world champion calf roper, David. I know you probably used to do that. We'll compete at 9 this morning out the arena. He's the 3rd man in the Professional Rodeo Cowboys Association to go past $3 million in earnings.
Wow.
I think it costs you $5 to get in out there today. We'll have video coming up tomorrow. The rodeo, you know, the special needs thing is tomorrow at 10 o'clock.
Can't wait.
Always a great thing to go to, and then the rodeo. Zach, let's talk about the big news. Well, first and foremost, let me go to Donnie.
He's been up all night.
Sorry to hear about the Miranda's team getting beat. What happened in the championship game?
It just looked like we had sandbags on our feet. Couldn't move fast. But the girls hustled, and Chelsea was, you know, they were a good team, good opponent. And it's hey, Athens has never been that far.
Now, this is a picture. You say that is Miranda.
Yes.
We're certain of that. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Gary Cosby Jr. this morning. Great photograph, and it was in the paper earlier this week. I saved it for you. He's a great guy. I'm sure we'll see Gary, great photographer down at the photojournalist down at Decatur Daily. He'll be at the special needs thing too. They got another picture of her too there. Yeah. How disappointing a loss was that for the girls?
It was pretty disappointing. There was a lot of tears shed. They thought they had it won. They thought they were the #1 team, and Chelsea capitalized on a couple of mistakes. And when that happens, you know, and you don't capitalize back, you get beat. But they had a great season. There's nothing to be ashamed of. And the coverage, the Decatur Daily, Athens coverage.
Our show, Donnie, spit it out.
They were there covering everything, and everybody in that press box was for Athens. Of course, I used the ZTV thing to get in. Say, I'm ZTV. And they allowed me in there.
All right. Talk about Athens Bible.
Well, first tell him he's recruiting his daughter.
So
Alabama.
Hutch tells me, says we got a college coming to watch your daughter in the University of Alabama. That was Friday night. Well, Miranda played a fantastic game Friday night. Had a great game, and then afterwards, the coach of Alabama goes up to Coach Hutch and said, "Tell number 14 I'm interested in her."
Our show.
Hey,
Alabama.
you talk about your thing for while for long.
He's going to be wearing Bama outfits.
He's going to be wearing Alabama. That's why I was.
Dave, you want to talk about your kid? Oh, wait a minute. Stop the program. Let's go live to the kitchen now with Jeff Mathews. Jeffrey Scott Mathews has got to put on a performance right now. Here he's ready to go. It's all yours.
Hey, because it's your show and it's only like 38 minutes left now. No, hey, I've got the gumbo going here. This is kind of like I'm gonna jump in there and join you guys in a few minutes. I boiled some chicken last night. After boiling the chicken, I pulled the chicken out, so I still have the broth. And my mother told me to stop saying chicken. It's chicken. I have the broth of the chicken. Over on the side, I have a stick of butter that I'm going to add in about a cup of flour to make a roux. Once I make my roux, which is going to be like a gravy, then I'm going to put that back in my broth. I have my Trinity, which is my onions, my bell pepper, and my celery. Once that goes in, I'm going to add in my cut okra. Once I bring that to a boil, I'm going to add back in my chicken and my sausage. Put it all together. Be back in a few minutes. Back to you, Jamie. Thanks.
Man, you're getting good at this. That sure is a lot of work.
Talking
All
about
for you,
him,
buddy.
the real
Lewis and Son
character.
Roofing Company.
The real character in the family is Caden. Brad, can you show that photo?
We got a photo of him too.
He's darling.
Why don't y'all get your own TV show? Oh, there he is right there.
That's the remake of Saturday Night Fever. I believe.
Saturday Night Little Travolta. Going at it right there. All right, let's get back to the program. Zach, what about the Athens Bible girls?
Athens Bible School girls play today at 9, first round. Also, Matt's Academy girls play at 9 for 3A.
We're talking softball.
This is all softball.
We don't play
So this
today.
is close in the viewing area.
Never
Lawrence-
too young's the article in Decatur Daily. Decatur Daily, like Donnie said, does an excellent job covering local sports.
Got Lawrence County today at 10:30. Then Friday, you got Wilson at 10:30, Bob Jones at 12, and Jeff's daughter, 12 o'clock Friday.
Mackenzie.
All right, let's talk about the big news in sports. Elite quarterback prospect commits to the Mighty Tide. Tell us about it, Zach. I know you have studied this thoroughly, and you will give us a complete rundown right now.
Cooper Bateman, 4-star quarterback from Salt Lake City, Utah. We never usually recruit Utah, so I think that might have a lot to do with our new coordinator, Doug Nussmeier. But I've had some friends that's watched film of him and said he looks very good. So, I mean, normally we'll get a 3-star here. I mean, Sims was a 4-star, and I think AJ. But that's a pretty big pickup right there. And I'm sure Brad's saying something.
What happened to Sims?
I'm sorry.
So this is a good deal for us. Get this
Very good deal. I mean, we got losing Philip Sims. We a little short on depth, so hopefully he'll be able to come in the spring.
So what are you predicting for the Mighty Tide? You see the schedule over here, don't you?
Probation.
Yeah, I didn't get there early enough to get a schedule at the A-Day game like that, a poster. So
Michigan, okay, we'll be undefeated till we play LSU.
We'll
probably whip them as we did last year.
14-0.
No, I don't think
Probably
so.
another match.
What's y'all's new theme song? I want money.
Yeah, I don't know. What else you got, Zach?
Talking about money, Alabama is the third highest department revenue in the nation, $125 million. Texas is 1 and Ohio State's 2.
Texas, Brad, we got that. Texas, the bottom line. This is in USA Today earlier this week on the front page. Texas spent $133.7 million. Ohio State, Michigan, Florida, Alabama at 105, Auburn at 100. LSU's not even in the top 10 here, Donnie.
We did.
Start getting more money.
Okay.
All right, Zach, let's move on. What's next?
As far as the Chick-fil-A kickoff classic, this year they're going to do a weekend deal, Friday and Saturday.
We had that on
They're
2
going to
days
have
ago.
two. So, you already had Tennessee, North Carolina State.
Don't you watch every
It's
day?
going to play. Yeah,
Zach,
that's missed
how could you
yesterday.
not know? We already covered that.
Okay, well, I'll forget that story. Okay, so you got Tennessee and Auburn. Did you know that Bama and West Virginia will be playing in that game in 2014?
No, I did not know that, Zach.
Very
Okay, I'll
good.
scoop you on that one. That's going to be announced.
Who
It's not
plays next
official.
year in it?
I don't know about
Why are we
13.
skipping a year?
But, Alabama and West Virginia's negotiating for 2014. So, congratulations to Phil Fulmer. I don't say that too much, but he's inducted in the College Hall of Fame. But Derek Thomas, I think it was an article the other day about it. Derek Thomas didn't make it. And how can Derek Thomas not be in the College Hall of Fame is unbelievable to
Because
me.
the LSU people get
In softball, Alabama and Auburn both are in the tournament. Alabama's the overall number 2 seed in the country.
When do we get beat?
So-
Last year or year before last?
We got beat last year by Hawaii.
Yeah, I was supposed to have it won.
Yeah.
Y'all got beat November 5th last year, too.
Yeah.
Oh, we came back and won when it counted, Donnie. That's how you drove through my yard. Yeah.
One drive plus 2 tries.
Congratulations, UH Baseball. They made their first NCAA burst since 2001. NASCAR, Jimmy Johnson won. That give Hendricks Motorsports her 200th victory. I'm
You
kind
mentioned drag racing next, back.
Ron Capps won
Going to.
NHRA. Let's see.
Hey, you gonna talk about baseball, about that guy being fined 4-game suspension for throwing his helmet into the thing?
Well, if you see the replay on it, I mean, he was mad and he threw, but what it did, he threw it down and it bounced right into the guy. It didn't actually just sling. It bounced and hit him right in.
Fine, banned 4 games. We have that, Brad.
McLean's fist.
Brad must be asleep upstairs over there
Didn't
today,
you
because
hear
he
him
sure is
yawning
getting
a
slow on my
minute ago?
photographs.
He was yawning just a minute
Yeah,
ago.
so anyway, Larry Band, you watch baseball, David?
I paid attention.
What about the guy hitting the guy in the back the other day, the rookie, and then he admitted it was all part of the deal, you know?
He was arrogant.
No, he should have done
Yes,
that.
he
Well,
no, he
I
should
mean,
not
Bryce
have done
Harper,
that.
I mean, yeah, he's 19 and he's, up and coming star, but there was no need for him to do that.
I
Cole
agree.
Hamels, and then Cole Hamels was basically being cocky, which I'm a Braves fan, so I can't stand the Phillies, so I don't like Cole
He was
Hamels.
arrogant
can't stand
and
the
Unless he
Braves.
goes pitches for the Braves next year and be different.
I don't like baseball anyway.
That was hateful for him to do. Just
Are you covering this ESPN lawsuit, Larry, with the
I've been reading about it.
wife of fired Syracuse University assistant football coach Bernie Fine claimed Wednesday that ESPN maliciously trampled her reputation by broadcasting bad stories about her about claims that her husband molested ball boys, and she had sex with a couple of them. Laura Fine held a news conference, threatened to file a libel lawsuit in federal court against ESPN. She said, "I'm here today as a wife and a mother who has had to endure the trauma of being smeared in public as a monster."
Idiot.
I guess having sex with the basketball players is
Well,
okay.
you know, ESPN says they stick beside their story.
They have to.
Said they should apologize, retract those horrible lies they reported about me.
Well, Dan rather not stuck with his too. Look where he's at now.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, Mark Schwartz has been there for 20-something years covering, doing investigative reporting.
But here's the biggest headline of the day to me in sports world. Sandusky asked judge to dismiss all charges.
Yeah,
How's that going to go,
good luck
David?
with
It's
that.
not going to go very well.
Jerry Sandusky again asked a judge to throw out the child abuse charges on him when arguing that some counts are too vague to defend and others involved alleged victims whose identities have not been determined. And you saw where the McCleary guy filed a lawsuit against Penn State.
I'm surprised there's not more.
Well,
There's gonna be a lot
could be.
Eventually, I
kids are
guess
gonna
they
fight.
will.
Let me take a break. We'll come back, regroup, do a little ZNN this morning. Zach's got to get off to work later. I've told you not to pay for another haircut, Zach.
Tammy does a good job, and
I'm going to charge you for mentioning that.
Hey, I'm supporting small business, so.
Well, you're going to be paying for that ad, Zach.
All right, well,
We'll take a break. Be right
Hey,
back. Just a
Steve.
second. Y'all hang on.
I did pay.
Local and loving it.